Now I've been asked what's cool and who I would like to see on Power Chord TV. Well, like my taste in music, which frankly is pretty inexplicable since I like all varieties and I have a pretty eclectic taste in music, the person that comes to mind of who's cool is the coolest cat, I think, next to Miles Davis, and that's Bob Dylan. Dylan would be my first choice. I'd like to see how Power Chord TV would interview Dylan, and if we could break that wall around Dylan, you know, because he's pretty inexplicable. He speaks in sort of Dylan speak, and he's so aloof that you practically don't feel, you know, he's there. And it's amazing to me that his songs and music, his lyrics, he being now a Nobel laureate, can touch profoundly, you know, the human spirit. So that would be my number one choice. Next up, I'd like to see Harry Nilsson. I'm intrigued by singer-songwriters, and particularly by songwriters like Jimmy Webb, Harry Nilsson. Not so much for where they represented, you know, in the world or their 15 minutes of fame, but how they process music, how they create the lyrics and the melodies that ultimately become some of the greatest songs performed by, you know, the greatest bands in their lifetime. And the final choice, I decided to do three, is Jimi Hendrix. Now, it'd be interesting to do Jimi Hendrix because he was fortunate. He didn't grow up in the age of iPhones and you know, people being able to get video every now and then. He grew up in the age when there were bootleg tapes, bootleg videos. And what's astonishing, even though he had a short career, he died in 1970, and really his rock and roll career was launched in, I think, 66, 67. So that's 4 or 5 years that he got to be this, you know, incredible star. I mean, he is the Mozart of rock and roll. People acknowledge his genius and his influence on you know, rock and roll music. But it'd be interesting to look at Jimmy through all these old tapes. You can find them on YouTube and see how Power Chord TV would put together an homage to this master. Even though he's not here, there's certainly enough of his music and his performances for people to discuss. So those are my three. Have a great day.